Good morning, everybody. 5:05. Headed to the gym. I think they're open today, right? It's supposed to be a normal day. Back to business day. I have switched it up. I've decided that what I'm going to do today is take one of the ChatGPT workouts and do that. Like I said yesterday, while I did get to do some weights in the gym at the apartment, it just wasn't the same. So I want to go do some squats and deadlifts today. I might do some cardio, but it's not going to be on the treadmill because I have my barefoot lifting shoes on. So I had a little trouble sleeping last night. That's why I'm up a little earlier than I usually was. I was just kind of laying in bed and decided to get up and come on down and knock this out. So that's what we're doing. Sipping the pre-workout. Trying to get enough energy to get going here this morning. It smells funny out. What's going on there? Looks like the sun is going to be up at about 5:45. I can see it out beyond me over the coast. I think it's going to be a nice little morning. So come along. I might try to film in here. I'm not exactly sure yet. I think I'm going to get off here and ask ChatGPT to make me a little workout. If I do that, I'll make sure to put it on the screen when I see you again shortly. All right, I went a little overboard today, and yet I didn't get to do a single squat or deadlift. It was so busy in there today, and they only have one squat rack. No chat GPT. What I ended up doing was 30 minutes on the ARC trainer. So I got 500 calories out of that. And then I kind of did a mix and match of all over body, 10 total exercises, and then finished with some core work. So it's not what I had planned, but that's okay. I did do some hamstring work, some knees over toes. If you guys have not followed that guy, you should definitely do so. Knees over toes guy, I think is what his YouTube channel is called. You can look him up by that on Google, and it'll take you straight to his channel. So let's see, what else? Playlist today was all show tunes. I told you I'm all over the place. It was because Julie and I were looking last night at fall shows in different areas that we know we're going to be in to see what was coming to the theater. And that made me wake up and kind of start listening to show tunes while I am lifting weights. And I can get motivation from that. Favorite all time for me has to be My Fair Lady for two reasons. One, that was the show that made me fall in love with theater when I was in high school. I had a very, very good English teacher. Same one that I had, I think I told it in a different story, in the 8th grade that allowed me to read Stephen King for the first time. That was Cujo. Had her again for senior English. I didn't go to a very large high school, but she also read my she was the teacher that read my medical school entrance essay, and just very, very thankful for her. So she had us reading a lot of plays in senior English, and I had seen Oklahoma when I was younger. Our high school put on Oklahoma, and that was okay. And watched her, let's see, what else did we put on? I don't remember now. I'm trying to think. Oh, Shakespeare. It was a lot of Shakespeare, which I didn't get really too much into. I did like the Romeo and Juliet. She allowed us to watch that remake with Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes. Is that right? Then I fell in love with Claire Danes, and I saw Les Mis with her in it and fell in love with Les Mis. But the theater, the true theater, was My Fair Lady. Getting to see the best, Miss Audrey Hepburn. So I think that, and first theater show Julie and I ever went to was a touring production of My Fair Lady, where a past, Julie will have to correct me, Phantom, I believe, in Canada, Laird, played the professor, and so she loved that. I really enjoyed My Fair Lady, so I think my arms are shaking. If you can't tell, I worked out some arms today. So that's my favorite show. Phantom has to be runner-up because Julie's love of Phantom, and Phantom just has an amazing soundtrack. I fell in love before I met Julie with Ramin as my favorite Phantom, although very much props to Michael Crawford, who originated the role. The 25th anniversary album is the one that I had started listening to, and that's the one that Ramin Sierra Bogus played Christine in the Phantom. So that's the one that I had started listening to. I didn't find it as early as Julie did, but we go back and forth. She hates Les Mis. I love Les Mis' soundtrack, but I've never seen it live. There's not a good reproduction of it live. There's a soundtrack concert live. That's about it. So I think Phantom has to be the second favorite for me. We've seen it, I don't know, four times on Broadway. She's seen it touring. She's seen it in Vegas. She watched Love Never Dies in Vegas. I haven't seen that, but I have watched the reproduction and listened to the soundtrack. So anyway, then you get into Wicked, and what else? What else is good? Book of Mormon. I started with Book of Mormon just because it's such a hilarious soundtrack this morning. So, yes, randomness of the morning. I have too much energy, but it was a good workout. That's my spiel on the Broadway shows. Looking forward to seeing more of those again, hopefully this fall. All right, I've got some water to drink before we get back. Cloudy and overcast today. I think Jules and I are headed to a cafe. Check back in shortly. You coming to work today? You coming to work today? Bring your daughter to work today.
All right, so we've been in the coffee shop for 6.5 hours. I got all the vlogs caught up. I am totally caught up. I'm so proud of myself.
I got my ideas thrashed out for the fall.
Yeah. Michael was, I actually had more work to do than he did for once.
You did?
So he got done and was twiddling his thumbs. Not sure what to do. I'm like, I'm not ready to go home. They got great air conditioning and the drinks are good. I had a coffee and a Hatsu tea. And I was like, I'm not ready to go home. I'm enjoying this air conditioning, and so is Abra. So brainstorm over there, why don't you? And we're back in the fall mood, which we've been talking about lately.
Yes.
And I've had some ideas for content that I want to do this fall. Things I wanted to research and learn more about. And I realized my content is going to be a little dark, crime, depressing. So,
real.
Michael over here has got some lighthearted ideas for what to do for Halloween. Oh, we're passing that house that's been under construction.
Oh, wow.
He's got some ideas for some like cute and fun, upbeat, quirky Halloween content, and I love his ideas. So he did
give it a go.
He did a lot of brainstorming for that. So we're walking home. It's about 2:30. Need to go out and get our UV.
Yeah.
But I think Amber's had a pretty fun day. Getting to spend it.
I think so. She's been in the most comfortable atmosphere for this long of a period of time in 2 months.
Yeah, she hasn't got to sit in the air conditioning all day in a while, so
yeah,
I think she really liked that.
Yeah, it's a very productive day, I think.
Yeah, you got all your work done before noon, so.
I got the bulk of it, yes, out of the way, which was good. It gave us time to be creative. Now it's time to go get some UV.
Yay! I think that's my favorite part of the day.
Yes.
We just pulled the trigger and committed to a place for when we go back to the States. It's coming up soon.
Do you want to tell them the confirmed dates or no?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't want to tell them anything. I don't want to tell them.
But we have a place.
We have a place. We booked a place for 6 weeks.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Only for 6 weeks because we don't really know where we're going to be winding up after that. There's a lot of things still in play. And we know we can commit to 6 weeks in this one location, but we do not know beyond that.
Yeah, we're just going to let the wind kind of guide our sails, so to speak.
I'm excited.
I am too. I'm really excited. You know what's so funny? I do this thing, and I've talked about it on the vlog about being over analytical, but I have looked at the same place for 3 solid weeks now, and went back and re-looked at different places and to see what else was coming up that might be new that hadn't been posted, and it still ended up being this place. Should have just pulled the trigger 3 weeks ago. But yes, very happy about the place we
I am very happy that
oh, yeah.
we're getting sun. Okay.
Here, I'll tell us.
We didn't get good sun on Saturday because it was overcast. We didn't get any on Sunday because we were sick. Monday, Tuesday, it poured down rain. Wednesday, it poured down rain.
We got a 5 right now, UV.
We haven't had good quality suntan time in days.
Yeah, we're going to soak this up for sure.
Yeah.
For as long as, I guess, Jules can tolerate and I can tolerate. Good evening, vlog. Back again for the 6:30 check-in. I got Julie and Abra with me.
My hair is wet. Don't film me.
Okay, well, I won't film. I'm going to do a quick update. We got back into the heat when we got back. It was a good little first, what would you say, 2/3 of the day? We got back, cooled off in the pool.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Yeah, that was a great pool day. We got some, I think, some solid UV. I want to update the vlog on a little bit of the issues we were having this past weekend. No graphic details. With this past weekend on, I think, what we're going to call the foodborne illness. Julie and I know I have talked to the vlog about feeling 100%. And I mean that physically. However, I noticed the last several days, the first day when I tried to reintroduce food, I got nauseous. Okay, that's understandable. I totally got that. I tried to make sure to put some good nutrition in, although I think the good nutrition was like the best bread I could find in a PB&J, and it was the worst PB&J I've ever had, minus tonight's PB&J. I'll get to that in a second. And then the next day I get up, and I try to have a normal food day and a food window, and I add my kombucha back in, and I told the vlog then, hey, I don't feel great at night. And then the next day, it was the same thing. And now here we are again, day 4 post of the 24-hour illness, and Jules' appetite has never returned. I get hungry, but nothing sits on my stomach well, and I just get rolling bouts of nausea until I go to bed and sleep long enough that when I wake up in the morning, I feel normal again. So, being the 2 scholarly people that Julie and I are, today she has been very lethargic, and we wanted to look up.
Been in the vlog all day.
Yeah, why she's not been in the vlog all day. So I decided, let's look it up. Let's do a little bit of digging, and to the best of our abilities, and we are not any type of internal med people. But to the best of our abilities, we think what might have happened is we have crossed over into a complication post-foodborne illness called gastroenteritis. Now, you can have both viral and bacterial and parasitic. So how do you treat that? Well, we don't really need to go get any type of testing done, simply because the vomiting, the diarrhea has completely resolved itself. However, the nausea, the bouts of lethargy, the no appetite has persisted, and it's basically telling us, look, as long as none of those come back and you don't have any severe abdominal pain and there's no fever that gets introduced, it could take anywhere from 5 days to several weeks to return to normal. So we remember, and it said in our research, to maybe start what's called a brat diet. So banana, rice, applesauce, and toast. Try your bland foods like that for 2 days, and then reintroduce some more bland foods, i.e. lean protein, maybe grilled chicken, along with a plain potato, and see how you do on that. And then if you get sick, roll it back to the brat diet again. And so I don't know what Julie's plan might be for tomorrow. I don't know what my plan is for tomorrow, but I will tell you that while I feel physically 100% and my energy levels, I think, have returned to normal, and the appetite is there. The appetite comes very fast after a workout, which is not something I'm used to. And nothing that I eat really feels great on my belly. And so at first, Julie and I were thinking, well, it's simply because we're going from eating 100 plus grams of protein a day, or sometimes at one sitting, to 0. And I don't think that's it now. I think it's just a matter of our stomach still being inflamed from the foodborne illness, and it needs time, even though it was only a 24-hour bug. It's very common in the tropics to develop this. It needs time to heal. And so that's what we're going to unfortunately have to do. And I'm like, okay, great, probiotics. Hey, can we drink kombucha on this? I do a little digging, and it's like, no. Nope. And I'm thinking, yep, that's exactly why it didn't help. It actually hurt more when I started drinking the booch. So I'm going to lay off that. I'm hoping against hope that maybe by the weekend we will feel a little better, I will say. Julie also is having sleeping patterns become altered. Mine, I will say that while I sleep, I don't feel as rested as I typically do in bed. When I wake up in the morning, I get to about the 3 o'clock hour, and it is just up, down, until I finally say, let me just go work out, because I'm wasting time laying in bed. So that's an update. Again, there's no distress. I'm not burping. I'm not vomiting or doing any of those things. It's just a matter of rolling bouts of nausea post any food, like any food. Literally, I've tried a lot of different bites of things, and it doesn't matter what it is. It does not sit well. And I keep thinking, okay, let me go try this. But I haven't tried the bland foods either. So we'll check in with everyone tomorrow and let you know what the plan might be. It may be a baked potato for everybody. I may be just eating bananas like a monkey. We can't get applesauce down here, unfortunately, although I love me some applesauce.
I haven't eaten a thing.
I know. Jules
I haven't drank anything except...
That's the thing that
I didn't even drink my coffee that we bought. I didn't drink the tea.
She drank the tea, yes, and it did say to add in teas, especially your herbal teas, and add some ginseng in it as well. But that was the number one concern, is when you don't have an appetite, you typically are not thirsty either, and the concern is dehydration. So we're trying to make sure Jules is drinking enough water to make it through the day at the temperature that it is. I am thankful. Yeah, Julia, the lethargy has been really bad on Jules today. I'm thankful we did go to the cafe to be out of the sun, out of the hottest part of the day, and in a controlled environment. We will do that again tomorrow. We are more productive, number one, in that environment, but number two, because of the way that we feel. And so, yeah, we're just going to take it day by day. I'm hoping Jules will feel somewhat better, or at least have the desire to eat. She has no desire to eat. I don't really have a desire to eat, but I just get hungry and I'm like, I've got to eat. I know I have to eat. And
you're forcing yourself through it.
I'm forcing it, but it doesn't feel good.
I'm refusing to try to get through it, and we feel exactly the same.
Yeah, so. That's the thing. We feel exactly the same. It's just, I don't want to refuse to do it, but I don't feel any better, I don't think, than Jules does, except I don't have the lethargy because I'm actually putting calories into my body. So tonight, Jules is like, don't talk about food. You go, do whatever you need to do to eat. So I decide not to go out anywhere and make myself another peanut butter and jelly. I wolfed it down thinking it was going to be exciting, and it wasn't. It was absolutely terrible.
Was it the jelly?
No.
You like that peanut butter, right?
I don't like the peanut butter on the bread. It's not, I'm a Jif boy. I grew up a Jif boy. I did switch to Jif Natural before I dropped all of the seed oils, and Jif Natural doesn't have the dextrose, but it does have the palm oil, although it is better than the hydrogenated oil that's in the regular Jif. Shout out to Big Top Peanut Butter, Lexington, Kentucky. That's where that was originated, and it became Jif. And now, of course, you guys have seen I do the Smucker's Natural or Justin's or Richard's, where it's just peanuts and salt. It just wasn't good. It wasn't good. I'm not a fan of bread. Julie and I broke ourselves with that years ago. And so it doesn't matter how good the bread is. The jelly was good. I did find a good jelly that was just natural fruit. It doesn't matter. The point is, it was bad. It wasn't good. It wasn't good because I didn't have an appetite for it, and it wasn't good just simply because it wasn't good ingredients on my stomach. And so I thought, well, I think I showed you guys. I'm going to have a little bit of that banana bread. I got to 2 healthy snacks with no sugar in it. Tried the banana bread. I tried the cookie a few days ago. Nope, that wasn't good either. Like, okay, what else can I have? Hey, I have some really good raw cheese left. That's got protein. So think about this in your mind. So I went to that next. Nope. So now I've got all this sitting in my stomach, not going anywhere and not feeling any better. So that's my story. That's an update on us. I do hope that it is self-limiting and it gets better in a couple of days. But I will be taking a break. No more kombucha for me tonight, or probably tomorrow, or maybe even the weekend. I don't know. Whew. But
I've barely been able to stay awake.
We're staying hydrated. We're trying to stay
Even at
rested.
The cafe, I was drowsy, but ever since
Well, yeah,
we
but
got
you've
home,
not slept in the last 2 nights either.
No, I don't know why. I've been sleeping so bad.
It's weird. We've never had to deal with this anymore.
All these are never problems
before.
before.
Yeah, no.
Ever.
None of these were ever problems being carnivore when we were 100% carnivore. So, anyway. Yes.
And I keep thinking my problem is the fact that I've had almost no protein now for like 5 days.
Yeah, it's been a long
I
time for
had
us.
teeny weeny little pieces of fish in my sushi last night, and I had a little minute amount of pork the day before. But I don't function well when I don't get like 100 solid grams of protein or more a day. That's what I need.
I know it's been tough.
So the problem with this whole brat diet is that's 4 things I would never ever eat.
I know.
I have liberalized myself to eating rice, but only since we've been in Colombia.
Yeah.
But I would not eat a banana or applesauce
I know you wouldn't.
I don't even remember what the
Toast.
Would never eat those things back home. And the rice down here, obviously you gotta cook it so long, and I don't feel like doing that. I don't think I could eat it even if it was, cooked.
It's before, it's supposed to reset the digestive system. That's why it's recommended in hospitals. So, yeah.
I may have to break down and try it, but honestly, right now, I think fasting is my better option. I think fasting will reset your gut too.
Well, yeah, that's true. Fasting will reset the gut.
I need to find a way to take in more liquids, though. I'm
That's true.
dehydrated.
You
I
need the
know
liquids.
I'm dehydrated. I know why I can't seem to get liquids in.
Well, when you don't have when you're still.
I
I know. when you don't have the desire to eat, you typically don't have the desire to drink either.
Yeah.
So we're back in the house. We just wanted to update everybody. That's the most exciting part of today. Oh, this iPhone does not do great in low light, does it?
No, let's just take a
Look at how grainy it gets.
Everyone else went to the river.
Everybody else went to the river, yep.
And that's one place I really want to go, but I don't have the energy. Oh, it smells so good out here.
The wind feels nice.
The river is over there, as you can see.
Over there,
There's
yeah.
a beautiful, Michael has shown you the grandmother cone, beautiful river walk, lots of restaurants. And I want to go really bad, but I am not up to it.
No, right now I just went outside and just started sweating. Did you sweat? Like I just started sweating.
No, but I feel like I'm gonna wipe out, passed out.
As long as it's not a parasite, I don't really mind.
I don't think it's a parasite. I really don't. For me, nothing else has changed other than the nausea, no appetite, and lethargy.
Yeah.
But I have no other reasons to think I have a parasite.
No, that's true. That's true. I'm just saying, let's hope.
Love ChatGPT though, coming through with some answers.
Chat is my medical advisor. Right? You set him up with professional questions, and he knows that he can give you answers and not like WebMD it. He'll actually give you legit things and even prescriptions if you know how to ask it. You can't just say, I had this.
Yeah,
you have to be
Chat,
a medical...
I'm lethargic, I can't eat, I'm vomiting. He'll send you straight to the emergency
He will.
room.
Yeah, you've got to know how to say it and what to say. But
I definitely don't think this is serious. And Michael and I are both in the medical profession, so we
just never felt this before.
We tend not to overreact to medical situations.
We knew in the tropics...
We are certainly not standing here telling anybody else that this is what you should do, because in my opinion, if you are having even the slightest little symptom of anything,
you're the pilot of your own plane.
You're the pilot of your own. You captain yourself right over to a medical professional.
Yeah.
But for the two of us, we are not concerned about this. We are just thinking, based on our research and some artificial intelligence, that this is probably a normal result of such a severe foodborne illness.
And I was thinking, I was counting the days. I'm like, okay, this is 4 solid days. And it's like, no, it could take weeks. And that's where I was a little surprised. I thought, oh, okay, well, then we'll give it a few more days.
I wouldn't say I felt fine, but I knew that I gotta have sushi. Not one other thing on this whole world will do. I have to have sushi, nothing but sushi. And that is not like me. I do like sushi. I quit eating sushi years ago when I went carnivore and have not missed it.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought my recovery from this foodborne illness would be like that, where every day maybe I just want something weird, random, off for me.
You wanted nothing today.
Not one thing. The only thing I could think of that I would possibly eat was a baked potato. And I don't even know where we would begin to find one of those.
Yeah, down here that may be tough.
So I'm going to skip it today, but I do need to drink water.
Yes, we're going to get off, drink some more liquids, try to get some rest, some good rest tonight.
I have not slept good.
No, it's been, and that's not like you. So we're hoping that tomorrow we can make a turn. It did say 5 to 7 days are the typical, so maybe tomorrow is a turn for us. But yeah,
I'm going to be turning for the weekend. Funny
I know
that I'm wearing my Healing Humanity shirt by one of my favorite carnivore channels. I will put him on the screen because I don't know if I think it's called Homestead How. But I can't wait until I am carnivore again.
I know.
I know. Can't do it right now.
I keep wanting, because we want to do a couple of videos for you, and I keep wanting to go to this place and have my protein, and it's like, it doesn't sound good right now.
I can't. My stomach is not up to that much protein.
Yeah, I don't. Not even that. Like
this never happens when I'm strictly carnivore and I don't have food poisoning layered on.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's the problem.
I never have.
I wish we knew the
single
source.
GI issue.
I know.
Whatsoever.
No,
so
same.
For me, it's like I'm just not.
And now I'm sitting here thinking, golly, how long is it going to take for us to get back on track and have our gut change again? Once we go right back to strict carnivore,
it doesn't take long. A few times I have slid off.
Well, I hope that's the case for me too. I just, we'll just build back day by day.
Build back better.
I know I wasn't going to finish that, but we'll take it day by day. Is that it?
I think this is some terrible lighting. So
it is. It's horrible. We're going to say cheese, and we're going to say good night.
Bye, everybody.
And I'll see you tomorrow morning,
bright
and early. I hope.
You talked about the arroyo yesterday for 10 straight minutes.
That was insane to me.
I put every bit of that in there.
Good night, guys.
See you another day. Tomorrow, probably. 5.
Probably.